If you grew up in the 1950s, Christmas dinner wasn't just a meal. It was the gathering, the moment when the family became complete, when everyone who mattered sat around one table. This was the dinner, the one you prepared for, the one you dressed for, the one where the good china came out and everything, absolutely everything, had to be perfect. You put on your best clothes. Your hair was combed just so. The air in the house was electric, filled with the scent of pine from the Christmas tree and the rich aroma of a turkey roasting slowly in the oven. This was more than food. This was a statement, a declaration that on this day, family was together. And that was what Christmas was really about. The dining room table had been prepared hours before, a masterpiece of planning and care. The good tablecloth, the one reserved for the most special occasions, was spread carefully across its surface. Maybe it was crisp white linen, or delicate lace passed down through generations. At each place, the good china was set. The pattern your mother received as a wedding gift, each plate a piece of her history. Real silverware, polished to a brilliant shine just the day before, sat beside each plate. Crystal glasses sparkled, waiting to be filled. Cloth napkins were folded just so. In the center of it all, a beautiful centerpiece. Candles nestled among fresh pine boughs and sprigs of holly, their red berries like tiny jewels. If the family was large enough, there were even place cards, handwritten in your mother's elegant script, telling you exactly where you belonged in this grand tableau. Every detail was considered. Everything was placed with precision, a testament to the love and effort poured into this single, sacred meal. The stage was set for the most important performance of the year. Family would arrive throughout the morning, a steady, happy stream of familiar faces. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, the whole clan descending on the house. The front door opened and closed, each time bringing another gust of cold winter air and another cherished relative. Everyone came bearing gifts of food. Your aunt carried her famous sweet potato casserole, its marshmallow topping perfectly toasted. Your grandmother brought a basket of still warm homemade rolls. Everyone added something to the feast, a contribution to the collective effort. Coats were hung on the bed in the spare room, piling higher and higher. The children, giddy with excitement and sugar, ran through the house, showing off their new toys from Santa. In the living room, the adults gathered, their voices a low, happy murmur as they caught up on the year's news. But the kitchen was command central. Your mother, the general of this operation, orchestrated everything. She moved with purpose, checking the turkey, basting it one last time, timing the side dishes to perfection. Your aunts were her loyal lieutenants, peeling potatoes, stirring gravy, and lending a hand wherever it was needed. The men, wisely, stayed out of the way, enjoying conversation in the other room until the call came for the most important male duty of the day, carving the bird. Then, finally, the moment arrived. The words you'd been waiting for echoed through the house. Dinner is ready. A wave of motion followed as everyone moved toward the dining room. You found your place, your name on the card, and stood behind your chair, a sense of anticipation building in the air. No one sat, not yet, not until everyone was present and accounted for. Your father or your grandfather stood at the head of the table, his presence commanding the room. Before anyone could sit, grace was said, always grace. With heads bowed and hands sometimes joined, a hush fell over the room. Your father or grandfather's voice, steady and calm, would begin, "Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty." Or, perhaps, in a different tradition, each person around the table would take a turn saying one thing they were grateful for. The prayer ended with a collective, heartfelt amen, and only then, together, everyone could finally sit. The meal could begin. Your father stood, sharpening knife in hand, over the magnificent, golden brown turkey resting on its grand platter. He carved, with practiced skill, each slice of white and dark meat laid out perfectly. Then, the passing began. The platter of turkey started its journey around the table, accompanied by the gentle instruction, "Take some and pass it on." Then came the parade of side dishes. The stuffing, rich with sage and onion, fluffy mashed potatoes, waiting for a ladle of gravy. That sweet potato casserole, a sweet and savory delight under its blanket of melted marshmallows. The green bean casserole, crunchy with French fried onions. And of course, the cranberry sauce, still bearing the faint ridges of the can it came from. A basket of warm rolls made its way around, a pat of real butter melting into each one. And the gravy. The gravy tied it all together, a savory, velvety river flowing over everything on your plate. You would eat. You would really eat. Your plate was piled high, a mountain of festive flavors. And as you ate, conversation flowed like a river. Laughter erupted. Stories were told. Remember when? Someone would start, and a memory would be unwrapped like a Christmas present for everyone to share. The children listened, absorbing family, history, learning the rhythms of their clan. You and your cousins might whisper secrets and make plans for after dinner. Soon, someone would ask for more. Pass the potatoes, please. Plates were refilled. The meal stretched on. An hour, maybe more. No one rushed. This was the point. This was where you were supposed to be. Surrounded by these people, sharing this food. This was home. Do you remember Christmas dinner in the 1950s? Who sat at your table? What was your favorite dish? Did your grandmother make something special that no one else could ever quite replicate? Share your Christmas dinner memories in the comments below. Eventually, the pace of eating slowed. Plates began to empty. You'd hear the sighs of contentment. I am so full. That was delicious. Helen, gratitude was expressed to the cooks for their incredible effort. Then, the women, as if on cue, began to clear the table, a quiet, efficient team stacking plates and gathering silverware. The men would offer, "Can we help?" And the women would reply, "No, no. We've got this." The children were excused to go play, freeing up space and lowering the volume just a bit. The main course was over, but the event was not. The table was cleared of everything but the centerpiece and the glasses, wiped down for the grand finale. Dessert plates were set out. In the kitchen, the percolator began to bubble and hiss, filling the air with the strong, comforting aroma of coffee. The adults needed coffee, and then the pies came out. Not just one pie, but a stunning selection. Pumpkin pie with a bowl of real whipped cream. A deep, dark mince pie, rich with fruit and spice. A pecan pie, sticky and sweet. Maybe an apple pie, its crust perfectly golden. You were faced with an impossible choice. Just a small slice for me, you'd say, but the slice you received was never that small. After all, this was Christmas. After the last crumb of pie was eaten and the last drop of coffee was drunk, the lingering began, the sitting, the talking. No one was in a hurry to leave. More coffee was poured. With bellies full and hearts content, the conversations deepened. The ritual of the meal was complete. The tradition had been honored for another year. Slowly, the children drifted back into the dining room, drawn by the pull of their parents. They'd climb onto a waiting lap, tired from the day's excitement, and lean a heavy head against a familiar shoulder. They were content, safe, loved. Eventually, the group would migrate from the hard-backed dining chairs to the living room, seeking the comfort of the sofa and armchairs. The men loosened their belts. The women kicked off their shoes. The dining table now sat empty, a silent witness to the joy it had held. But the gathering continued. The family was still together, still connected. It was still Christmas. If this brought back the warmth of your family gathered around one table, the taste of turkey and gravy, the sound of laughter, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Yesterday Lives. We're preserving the gatherings, the meals, the moments when family meant sitting down together. Hit that subscribe button, because yesterday never truly disappeared. It just pulled up a chair, passed the gravy, and reminded us that the best part of any feast, the people you share it with.